My name is ZANELE from Orange Farm, south of Johannesburg. I'm a CHW in Extension 7A clinic within Orange Farm. The name of the organization is Gauteng Community Healthcare Forum. It's the organization that was formed by CHWs. CHW work, it's mostly done by women. In the clinics, it's mostly done by the women. You can find lesser males being the CHWs. So Forum decided to have the power of the women, that here in the Forum, we are going to make 75-25. We are giving the women power of 75%, while the men are getting 25%. The constitution of the Forum, it says it must not be led by a man. For us to say we don't want this thing of women, there's a job that the women they can't do. You can see in other organizations or other companies, women are just secretaries taking notes while the boss is the man. So we said here in the Forum, we are not going to work like that. The secretaries will be the men, and then the chairperson and the deputy chair is going to be led by the Forum. Even if we elect from the clinics, we told them that we want the women to be in power. We are facing gender-based violence every day. In every circumstances, there is a gender-based violence. Even us here in the CHW, we still experience the gender-based violence, whereby it's difficult for us to go to the field, to the very same community that we are working in. As a woman, you feel afraid to go alone because you don't know what's going to happen there to you. You're going to get to the household where there's thugs and everything. You're going to get raped, you're going to get beaten and everything. Sometimes we even feel that if you go to the household, you've been undermined by the community member saying, you as a woman, what is it that you're going to say to us? So we face gender-based violence in every day of our lives, but here in the organization, we came up with those issues and tried to get with how are we going to deal with these issues of gender-based violence, whereby we are facing it every day. It's a thing like we are living with it. Every day you see a woman, it's been abused. The other thing is, if you go to the HR here, you want to work, they take advantage that you are a woman, then you should pay to get the very same position that we are in right now. They don't take women seriously. Although the constitution of a forum, it says 75 and 25, we still in the organization have those issues because we still have those men who still think that they can't be led by a woman, to the extent that, as I mentioned earlier, that we are the OPs, we are the 5 OPs. Now we are 4 due to that case of being gender-based violence, because the man just stepped out because of he can't take the rules from the woman, although it's even banded by the constitution. When we try to call him down to say, no, you know the rules, you know what is the issue of the gender-based violence, you know the constitution of the forum, then that was fine. He will just walk in and out of the meeting, going to do the other things. That shows exactly that you don't respect the women's leadership in the organization. Then we decided that, can you please sit down? Because we can't be dealing with this thing whereby you don't respect the leadership of the forum and you don't respect even the constitution of the forum. The only time whereby I can see that women don't trust themselves is when we are having the campaign of saying, maybe we are going to the department. Then the women will see somebody say, who is so and so, which is a female, which is a male. They feel that if we can go to the department as women, we are going to be undermined. We need a strong power from the men so that we can tackle the department. So in those cases, it's whereby I can feel that women themselves, they have that thing of pulling them down to give the power back to the men, and at which we don't want the men to think they are having all the powers, but there are some circumstances whereby the woman feels that I am weak, I need a man to do this for me. We as Forum have joined the feminist workshop, which is led by Kanya, and Kanya is our supporting structure. So once a month we have that feminist workshop whereby all the women within the forum or community are members of this feminist workshop. We also invite men to come to this feminist workshop so that they can hear how, like the cry of the woman, how do we feel? They can understand how do we feel. I remember the other time in that feminist workshop, we exchanged the chores, saying, today the men are going to the kitchen and to cook for us. We as women, we are going to sit here in the workshop and discuss our issues. We are expecting men to to go to the kitchen and cook for us and bring food for us, and after that take the dishes and back to the kitchen and wash them. So in that way we want the men to engage, to be part of this feminist workshop, to understand the issues of the women. The other thing in the organization, we said you are not going to be a member of the forum while we know that you are abusive within your home, you are abusing your own children, you are abusing your own wife at home, and within the community. If you are a man in the forum and you are so abusive to these issues that are affecting the women, we must not hear about it. We must not get a proof about it because we are not going to be a member of the forum. It's also in the constitution that we are going to cancel that membership. Even if you didn't practice the gender-based violence within the organization, but you are doing it outside, we are not taking it as an organization. The two organizations, which is, you remember, there are Men Calabash, Kulumandota, all those men organizations whereby men are having their own free space to talk about their issues, and we as women at the other side, we have our own organization whereby we form the feminist workshop, talking about the issues of women, how are we feeling, or how is gender violence affecting us. I think these two organizations must have something like maybe a dialogue, or they should meet, maybe these ones, invite this one to come to their meetings so that we can know what is the thing that is discussed in the Men Calabash, in the Kulumandota, that we are still having the gender-based violence while these organizations are still there. So we must understand what is it that they are saying there. And they should also know in our feminist workshop, what is it that we are saying, so that they must not cry on their own, because you can see that there is a thing within a man, there's an anger within a man that we don't know because we have separated our organizations. We don't know what is happening there. We don't know what is discussed there. They don't know what's happening this side, on our side, what we discuss. I think these two organizations can have something of linkage or something so that we can talk to them direct. Unlike we talk on a feminist workshop, I'm abused so and so and so. We must sit with the abuser to say, this is how you are abusing me. That's how I think. I think women need education, I think so. Because you can see most women who are abused, they are abused because they are not well, I can say they are not educated, they don't get trainings for them to have that stability to stand for their rights. I think women must have more skills. I think the other thing is unemployment. The thing that makes men abuse us this much is that we are so dependent on them. But if as a woman I can wake up every day and go to look for work, not depend on the men's wages, I think that thing also can help. for a woman to have a free space. If we are making the training programs, we should start in the lower level, like schools, so that this thing can develop within the young men growing and the young women growing there, to know how can I handle myself. We should get the skills from the lower level.
We like the trees that's planted by the rivers. More power to our rubber sisters, naturals and caregivers. Sizimbe weziminiselo zaluqilima nebinkothelo zingafika sinophuphuteka nomsinga dala sebenzela ilizwe kwanele ewe kufanele inyani sithethe